The MetaQuest isn't the most useless piece of technology you could buy, and I do somewhat recommend purchasing one, assuming you have a use for it. The Quest 3 is a surprisingly elegant VR headset. I won't pretend this headset wasn't $500, however, considering the price range of Xbox and PlayStation consoles, which are not complete systems on their own, a fair comparison might be between the Nintendo Switch and the MetaQuest 3, however, even the comparison falls short because the MetaQuest allows you to completely resize the screen you're viewing. It's not quite the same, but it's considerable. Honestly, there aren't many things you can directly compare the MetaQuest 3 to. Sure, the Vision Pro is an obvious competitor, but I don't really think they compare. The Vision Pro is clearly a product with growing pains, needing better batteries, and more intuitive hand-eye tracking. Believe it or not, the screens still aren't quite ready, and the developer community is still small. When you take into account the already small VR dev community, the pie is really, really small.
Why do you lie? I dump your ass.
For now, the MetaQuest is a headset with more users. Unless you can actively have the battery stored somewhere, the Vision Pro isn't really what I would consider a standalone headset. It literally has no battery. The MetaQuest 3, with the only real competitor, the Meta Pro, having no competition doesn't make the Quest 3 an automatic win. However, the fact the Quest 3 can do everything it can at what is now a relatively cheap price, basically anywhere, is significant. It doesn't really matter where in the world you are, you can likely find a Quest 3 near you. I mean, I have seen the Quest 3 basically everywhere. My main appreciation for the Quest 3 is its connectivity to PC. And let me say, I was seriously surprised here. I was expecting some issues with setup or just general issues, but really there was nothing. I literally plugged my headset in and it was that simple. I was playing Hitman in less than 10 minutes. The first thing I immediately noticed was the feeling of immersion you get when you don't have a wire pulling you back and getting tangled. Not only did I not miss the wire, but the screens are also incredible. The screen is very close to the Vision Pro in resolution, and while with VR headsets, resolution is just a small part of what makes the experience so good, it is a big part of it. I think the Quest 3 has a huge leg up on its competitors because of the ease of use and small size. This headset pairs well with whatever you use and whatever your use case is, and the option to use it handheld or the hand controller based system is a smart approach, and it really makes a lot of sense. When gaming, the controller is arguably more usable than just hands, so for something like that, controller all day. But when you're using the MetaPad and chilling, hand control is far better. The hand tracking is actually really accurate, almost close to perfect. The MetaQuest is expensive, and you won't forget the $500 you have attached on your head. While most of the money for this headset probably went into the technology inside of the headset and getting to this point, I can't help but think about how $500, while expensive, doesn't get you a premium experience. This headset is basically entirely plastic and feels very toy-like, whereas something like the HTC Vive Pro and Vision Pro have this super luxurious feel that you just don't get here. The new lens design is great, but I never really noticed the screen door effect, which was one of the things eliminated by the new lens style.
Trying Burger King's new cotton candy cloud slushy for the first time.
I'm a cloud slushy, I'm a cloud slushy, I'm a cloud slushy, I'm a cloud slushy.
The Quest 3 has a resolution of 2064 by 2208 pixels per eye, with a pixel per degree of 25 and a pixel density of 1218 pixels per inch. It has a refresh rate of 120 Hz thanks to a new update from Meta. Having now owned my MetaQuest 3 for a few days, I can confidently say nothing has changed. The Quest 3 doesn't motivate me to play more VR. Even knowing I will have one of the best gaming experiences on the market, I still, for whatever reason, don't get motivated to pick up my headset. At this point, the headset is facing the same challenges that every VR AR headset is. It's next to impossible to find a functional use case for VR. I like Hitman's approach with VR to integrate both games into it. I feel for VR gaming to catch on, this will be very important. You need to be able to enjoy your games in both ways, and if you can't, it's kind of somewhat counterproductive. Why pay twice for a game I already have and have to restart just so I can attach the screens to my eyes? I haven't returned my Quest 3 yet, and I don't think I will, but I still can't exactly say everyone should go out and buy one either. This headset is $500 and has different storage options which end up costing more, but I do think the headset is a really good buy if you have a Quest 2 or even the original Quest for standalone. This is easily the best experience. Coming from something like a Rift S, this may not be as valuable, as the main difference is really just the screens. While being a major upgrade, they aren't revolutionary, and sadly still the main trope of VR, making the screen extremely accurate, is incredibly difficult. So sadly no company has figured out how to make the perfect VR screen. However, we are very close to a near perfect color accuracy, and of course refresh rates need to be maintained and other things as well, but it may be just over the horizon. I think if you're a standalone VR headset user and you like not having to use a PC USB or be tethered in any way, this headset is right now unbeatable. The price is the most compelling part, but also total integration of the headset. Not having any wires at all when in use, in my opinion, is a huge win. Even in the best cases, the massive headset is already a huge immersion breaker, but stack a wire coming from your head and you can really easily lose point and not be as immersed.